Happy Sunday. Oh my gosh, it's been about 2 weeks since I live streamed. I'm like, oh my gosh, tomorrow will be exactly 2 weeks. Well, that I streamed this, and then I live streamed JoJo on sometime. Like, I think 12 days ago. But regardless, it's been almost 2 weeks. I hope everyone has been well. We're at the end of September. I have not live streamed for a couple of reasons. Number one, last time I live streamed was chapter 13 is when I got on chapter 13, and you all know who are PGR fans that chapter 13 is long, it's chaotic, you go back and forth between chapters. I am on chapter 13. I mean, I finished chapter 13, but even with it saying 100%, there's still some parts of it that's not 100%. So I'm still going back offline. So I wanted to finish chapter 13 offline, which is why I have not live streamed. And then once I completed this, I was like, let me do 14. So as you can see, 14, oops, wrong one, sorry. 14, I only did the very first one here. So I haven't done it. I was waiting to play it with you all. So we're going to do 14 together. I do have Chrome. It took me, gosh, like almost 20 pulls to get Chrome. I swear when Wanchi was out, I got him right away, like within the first 1 or 2 pulls. With this dude, oh my gosh, it took a lot to get him. I was so mad. But I have him. I really haven't played with him. I haven't really upgraded him much either because I've just been waiting to do all that, like play the chapter 14 and all that live. But I've been well. I've just, like I said, been playing chapter 13 offline to get past that since it's long, and then play chapter 14 with you all. So I've been waiting to play this with you guys. Chrome came out now, what, over a week? Hasn't been quite 2 weeks, but almost 2 weeks ago. Like I said, it took a lot to get him. Last week, or actually technically this week, I was at another cybersecurity conference. I was at one in July in New York. This one was in Vegas, and it was a lot of fun. The video at the intro was the most recent video that I uploaded to my channel. So if you haven't watched it, watch it, like it. If you're not subscribed to this channel, please do. And I normally stream Sunday, Mondays, and then like a Wednesday or Thursday. Mainly it's been Thursdays, and then possibly a Saturday. But it's more like 3 or 4 days because I work full time and I have a life. So like I don't stream every day. I don't upload stuff every day either. It's normally once a week. And Amir, what's up? How are you? So I wanted to show you guys this real quick. So this is one of the things I got at the freaking security conference, and it was CrowdStrike. So it's one of their little adversaries, which are like criminals. So this is Turbine Panda, and this is what it looks like. They're cute characters, but they're criminals. So like bears are normally criminals. Like there's a method behind their categorization of these criminals here. And then this one is Cozy Bear, and that's what he looks like. So Cozy Bear is a growing boulder attacking with large volume spear phishing campaigns. So it just talks about on the back what they are. But like I said, I was at a cybersecurity conference. I work in cybersecurity, and then I got like a pack. So I got a bunch of swag, and I gave a lot of stuff away to like coworkers and stuff, backpacks, t-shirts. I bought these, got stickers, and there was food, and I took a lot of workshops. It was a lot of fun. So but I've been here, I've been well, nothing has happened. I've just been getting through chapter 13. Whoops, my bad. So, in prison site, we need to do this, and then he has another thing. So I'm just gonna go, I'll just do this one. Because like I said, I haven't streamed this. I just played it once just to test him out when I got him. But how are you doing, Amir? I assume you finished chapter 14. I was just waiting. I was saving it for you guys, but I kept going back and forth. So I finished chapter 13 like over a week ago, but I was going back to get more stuff because even though it says 100%, there was still some chapters where I was missing some things. And since I'm new, oh, that's another thing. I found out about the story. So now I finally know why Alpha, what happened to the original Lucia, aka Alpha. So she was freaking betrayed by her commandant. I was so sad to go through that in chapter 13. The commandant, I guess, got infected or whatever, and just kind of went berserk, and then set up her team. They all died, or they got corrupted, and then she became infected with PV, which sounds funny, but she became infected with PV, and then she continued on, but she still was searching for her team, which is sad. And that commandant was so horrible. Her commandant just was like, oh, I'll just kill you guys and I'll get a medal and I'll go on. And so, yeah, she felt like she was just a tool and that she was just used. So I'm like, dang. And then when Lucia Plume went through all the memories and then she finally understood, but she still chose to be with us with this commandant. I was like, wow. And then I still don't truly know the whole story of Gabrielle's story and Roland. It went through it a little bit. And then, yeah, Gabrielle freaking turned on her sister, Lucia's sister. I was like, wow. Because she was kind of the Ascendant Network or the ACT Network, AS Network was kind of rejecting her. So there's still little bits and pieces from chapter 13 that I'm missing. So that's why I'm still going back offline. But I saw the meat of it to get an understanding of what happened to Alpha and Gabrielle with all of these, with the Red Tide and him using those hetero creatures and trying to build his own kind of little army thing. I'm like, wow, that was a lot. Chapter 13 was cool. I mean, it was a lot of stories. You have to go back and forth, but I enjoyed chapter 13. I just did not want to stream it because it was so long. But that's why I'm like, I got through that offline. We're going to go through chapter 14 together. But I went to the movies last weekend too. I went to go see, what was that? Something about, what was that? Oh gosh, I forgot the one with, God, what is his name? Like, I hate that when you're like thinking you can't think what it is. With Brad Pitt, it was something train, but I saw Bullet Train. I saw Bullet Train last weekend, and then just yesterday I saw The Woman King. That was really good and action-packed. I like that actress. So I've been going to the movies, working. Like I said, just earlier, like Tuesday and Wednesday, I was at a conference, cybersecurity conference. So I've been busy and working and going out. It's still hot as heck out here. It's not under 90 degrees. I'm waiting on it to get like 80 and below so I can really take my bike out. I mean, I can still take my motorcycle. I did a couple of weeks ago, but I just wanted to get a little bit cooler. It's still not fall here. And like literally like towards the end of October, it's when it's finally gonna get cool. My gosh. There's just a lot of talking in the beginning of chapter 14. So I do understand that Lucia Plume, her new power is Frost. So it's like she goes well with Chrome and Wanshi, and I see a lot of people have that lineup for Pain Cages and Warzone. So that probably will be a team. I mean, well, yeah, I originally was gonna do Camus. Wait, how many people can you have on a team? I originally was gonna do Camus, Wanshi, Chrome, but you can't do the Transcendent, so I guess, yeah, Lucia. Or no, you can only have 3. So if I can only have 3, then it's gonna be Lucia, Plume, Chrome, and Wanshi. Unfortunately, it won't be Camus because, I mean, all of them are ice, so I'd rather just have the ice people together. And then I did see that an S-Chrome, or an S-Chrome, oh my gosh, an S-rank new Lee will be coming out. I'm not happy with his skin though, because I like Lee looking like this. Like I've said this before when I started playing last month, that I like when they look human, like humans. I don't like when they look like robots. And on this new S-rank Lee, the only thing that's human on him is his face, like his neck, his arms, his abdomen, his legs, everything is robotic. I mean, his powers are super cool, but he looks like a robot. I'm like, no. But I saw that a couple of weeks ago too. I think actually, Amir, I think you sent me that video of the new S-rank Lee. Gosh, they talk a lot on this one. Kugawa? What the heck kind of name is that? Well, I don't want to skip it. I assume most people have already played chapter 14. Like I said, it just took me just 1 week to get through it all, but then I was still going back, so that's why. And then, you know, Sometimes you're just chilling. A couple of days I didn't feel like streaming either. So I'm like, we're just gonna keep it real. I didn't feel like streaming the last time because I had already finished chapter 13. It took me, I don't even think it took me a whole week. It took me like 3 days, 3 or 4 full days to like complete chapter 13. And not full days because I had to work and stuff. So just like 3-4 days to like a couple of hours each. Or about half a week. But I really did enjoy chapter 13 story, the main one, where, you know, Lucia finally understands her past. It really speaks to the commandant that they trust the team and they treat the team like they're individuals, not like they're tools, not like they're just a machine, that we trust them and we care about them enough, because the other commandant didn't. And we saw that other one that was Liv's old commandant, how she would dress her up like a doll and she would slap them, and it was just horrible. But it was nice to go through her memories, and yeah, it's actually sad that she was betrayed, and she didn't necessarily connect to the Ascent network until she saw Luna. And then for Luna to be betrayed, and then the whole time I thought that Roland was bad, but going through chapter 13 I realized that he actually was good. It was Gabrielle that was bad, that was betraying everyone. And actually, yeah, so I'm still like in the air. I don't know what happened to Gabrielle after he betrayed Luna, and after we beat that big hetero creature. I don't know what happened to Gabrielle. So, and then Roland, there was like a little bit of a story when you collected like all the shards. It was like secrets or something. And I saw that, and that gave a little bit of a background, but I still don't know all of his background. So I'm still missing parts of, I don't know Gabrielle's story, and I don't know all of Roland's story. So that's why I'm going back through chapter 13 offline, so I can get 100% on every single part, because some of them are at like 80, 70. But chapter 13 was a lot of information. Gosh, they really talk a lot. I'm so tempted to skip this, but I'm just gonna let it go. If the next one is long like this, I'm just gonna have to read a couple and then skip it, because I'm like, gosh, it's just all talking. But I like the new updates, the festival and all of that. I've been doing that. So it's been cute. But I've just been playing offline, doing my dailies. Like I said, I was finishing chapter 13, and then I was out as well, hanging out and doing stuff, so. Oh my gosh. I will be back. So I'm streaming today. I will stream tomorrow. I try to stream in the middle of the week. I think I've only streamed like on a Wednesday like once, but honestly, I'm streaming Thursdays, it seems like. So I'll more than likely stream on Thursday. So Sunday, Monday, Thursday. And then a Saturday if I have time, but that's normally my day off. So if not Saturday, then back to Sunday. So far just 3 days, Sunday, Monday, Thursday. And then of course October, I will be playing some scary games, because you know October is the month of spookiness, and I absolutely hate scary games. I don't like horror, but you know, I'm gonna try. I've played some scary games, some of the scary indie ones. I'll be doing some indie ones. I'm not gonna do like a full scary game, like buy one. I'm just gonna do some indies. because I know like last month, well, this month, last month, I've been playing PGR a lot and streaming PGR, and there's other games that I play too, so. They talk a lot. Gosh. That's another thing about Murray in chapter 13. He seems to kind of be up to something. I didn't quite know exactly what he was trying to do. I know he was instructed by the president to extract some information, but it seems like he was also doing some stuff on his own. And then at the end, he was like, he wants to kill Luna, and he found out that Q was behind Haksu, and then he was like, he wants to kill her. I was like, oh, why? I mean, I understand she's an ascendant, but gosh, she's nice. Because he said that she's a threat. So that's more that I want to get to. That's on like chapter 13, even though it says that I'm 100%, there's still stuff that I need to go back and do. Because there's still some questions that are not answered, for me at least. Alright, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to skip this. This is so long. Oh my gosh. Like, they're just talking. Like, can we play already? Because I honestly haven't played with Chrome, you guys, at all. I practiced with them one time, and that was it. Oh, hello. Gosh. See, I wasn't paying attention. I got smacked a few times. So this is like testing his new frame, because I know he got the new frame. They wanted us to hold that basic attack button, like the tool, like this. Alright. So I remember in his story, I already did his little story where he was, you know, talking to the smith, and he said he wanted a new frame with the bottom not having the skin so that he could run. Let's exit. Now this new S rank Lee looks like Chrome. And they all have blonde hair. Like, actually, yeah, a lot of the guys have blonde hair. Lee, Chrome, Camus has blonde hair. Now, I wonder if Asimov, he seems like he's human, I assume, or maybe he's not. But that was a question I had for anyone that plays this game, is if he's human or not. Well, I guess he's human because it says he grabs a mug of and swallows cold coffee, because the constructs don't have to eat or sleep. So I know that we're going through chapter 14. We got our new frame and we agreed to, you know, use this frame where like we want to be the gap, bridge the gap between constructs and humans, because Chrome was saying in his little interlude. So I did already play the interlude. I just haven't played chapter 14 yet because I wanted to do it live and get through chapter 13. So I know that we wanted to bridge the gap because there's been mistrust between the humans and the constructs are being used as tools, and once they're no longer useful, they get thrown away like trash, and he said he doesn't want that. I remember Chrome saying in the interlude, where it was like Pawn or whatever, he was playing chess with Smith, that, you know, he, as a Smith, he had an opportunity to access certain things, but also as Chrome being a construct, he's also able to get information. He went to that fancy ball, and they were talking about some construct that went AWOL or whatever, and he's like, I never heard of this. So it's actually good because he's kind of like painted as a hero, but his ultimate goal is that he wants humans and constructs to be able to get along, and I think they should, because the constructs were originally humans. They just decided to, you know, have this operation to become constructs so that they can pretty much be indestructible, even though they can still die. So I've been leveling him up, but I haven't put like any memory on him, so I actually need to, because like I said, I really haven't played him. I was just doing chapter 13. So I need to get his memory through his little special thing and get the memories and get him set up. But I've been saving all the playthrough and everything for you all, like I said, so this is pretty much new. I only did that one very beginning, that first mission, but I really have not played him at all. I just took like 18, 20 times to pull for him, and then I didn't play him. Because I was like, let me finish chapter 13. I don't want to do it live, because that probably would have been like 10 live streams or something. So I was playing this mainly every day, just logging in, doing my dailies, and then doing a little bit of story, and I was able to get past 13, more so on the weekends when I didn't have to work. Like, what they talk about? Like, if you don't know what that's like, you could speak with Kiwi Licious. Like, they talking about me up in here. Mind corruption. You can bother me anytime, Chrome. Oh, dang. experiencing some mind deviation here. Rosetta Stone. Asimov is some little really smart, nerdy scientist. Yeah, I want to know more about him too. Like, I know he's a scientist. I think he technically works for, not the president, but the other guy. And I want to know more about their stories too. So it's like, I still need to know about Gabrielle. I need to know about the other Ascendant guy, Roland. I want to know more about the president and the other guy that's in charge. And then I want to know about his story too. Asimov. So, like, I can read the lore and stuff, but I'd rather, I mean, if the game has it, I'd rather learn about it through the game. Is Cecilia human, or is she an actual construct as well? There's still a lot of stuff I don't know. Possible. I love how they just put your name in there. Okay, so this is following chapter 13 because we connected with Luna and we were having some corruption and mind deviation when we were at that final battle with when Luna was inside of the core of that big old hetero creature, and then Plume was fighting that hetero queen. So I do remember that we pretty much got exposed to PV, punishing virus. And our PV rate was getting high, and then it went down. But yeah, our mind was like crazy when we were trying to free Luna. Hashtag free Luna. Because of the commandant's illness. Gosh. Oh no, we're being monitored. Oh no, what trouble? dang. So they're taking advantage because the commandant, we are sick. We have an illness that's more than likely from chapter 13. Like I said, at that fight with that hetero creature and trying to free Luna, we got exposed to PV. And so now they're like, because we have such a good track record, they're just trying to look for anything to kind of bring us down. Just like regular people in real life, they hate and then try and take advantage. That's horrible. See? Just like in real life, people that hate on you and then, you know, you have a minor setback and they try and use that to show something negative. It's like, gosh, some people are really trifling like that in real life. Oh, yeah, we did. Yep, because we connected to Luna. Oh, yep, we did because we connected with Luna in chapter 13. Wow. So we did our job and wrote our report, and then people are just trying to leak it and they're just hating on us. And that's sad because we actually are kind of sick. Like, I know we're tired physically and stuff because we're human and we were exposed to PV. Plus, we did connect our mind to Luna to save Lucia in chapter 13. So I know that interfered with our mind and our health and stuff a little bit. But that's sad that these people are like crabs in a bucket. It's like one crab is almost out of the bucket and the other crabs pull them down. They just can't help, but it's like misery loves company. They're always trying to make someone just be a scapegoat. That's horrible. I'm right here. Where's Kiwilicious now? And that's sad. So, yeah, it's like that in real life too. Like, they didn't do anything wrong, but they're being monitored. And he's like, oh, stay away from them. And it's like, you know, that's people's choices. But that's sad. Dang. Yeah, it's like we're under house arrest here. So we're being monitored, and then we have these examinations. Gosh, we are under total house arrest here. That's horrible. All because we helped Lucia in chapter 13 and we did connect with Luna. What sucks about this is that we, the commandant, we're like super honest. We trust our team. We don't try to control them. We don't see them as objects and tools. And we're going through all of this. And then there's people that don't like us just because of who we are. Just like in real life, people don't like you. You can't, can't make everyone happy, and you shouldn't try and please everyone anyway. But people just hate on the commandant. But we've earned our reputation, and we do our job. We don't cut corners. We don't take bribes. And then this situation happens, and then those people that are our enemies that just don't like us because whatever insecurities they have, that they are like kind of putting that on us. They're just using this opportunity to try and find dirt on us, but because we're doing our job properly, they can't find anything. So the next thing is that now they're just trying to make it seem like we're a criminal here by ruining our reputation. But even then, it's like, it's just rumors, like, oh, they can connect with descendants, and they're like, we can, like, we're an enemy, like we can betray Babylonia. Oh my gosh, girl, you've been working like crazy. When you messaged me the other day on the game, I was like, what? You said you babysat and you were working. I'm like, did you have time to eat and sleep and chill? I mean, yeah, you said you picked up some extra shifts. That's good, but just, make sure you have time for you. Don't run yourself ragged. So I went through chapter 13 offline, Holly. That's why I haven't streamed in almost 2 weeks, because I didn't want to stream all that live. So I got through chapter 13. It took like almost about a week or half a week, but then I was going back because, chapter 13 has a lot of stuff and you get through the main, but then you still go back. So I'm in awe going through chapter 14, because it's like, oh, like we're under house arrest. They're like saying we're a criminal. People are trying to ruin our reputation. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's just like real life, how people hate. I'm trying to say that. Aw, this is sad. Aw. Yo, Kiwi, been forever. What's up, Ruthless? How are you? I know I've been playing though. I just haven't live streamed. And you've been freaking busy working. My weekend was great. I was actually at a cybersecurity conference Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday went into the office, Friday took the day off, and then did some stuff. And then yesterday I went to the movies to go see The Woman King. That was great. Saw lots of previews for upcoming movies. They're making that one based on that Hollywood director that was sexually harassing women. I was like, ooh, I'm gonna see that. That comes out in November. There's a bunch of horror movies coming out. And then, of course, the new Black Panther. Yeah. Good to see you trying to holler at these anime dudes. They're so funny. Oh my gosh. I'm just going through the story. It's been so busy. I'm still waiting on it to get cool out here, Ruthless. It's just so hot still. I mean, it's not 100 anymore, but it's still 90s. Oh my gosh. I wanted to get back to you, but too much was going on. Movies, what? Yeah. I am a movie whore. I will say that I love movies. And then we have, well, you guys have it too because it's on the West Coast. It's in Nevada, California, Arizona, and I think Utah. It's the West Wind Drive-In. So if you've never been to a drive-in theater, hopefully they have one near you. But go, there's so much fun. Of course, you have to go at nighttime. You can't go during the day, otherwise you can't see the movie because it's on a projector. But it's so nice, and you get to be in your car. They have really nice concessions with lots of food. So I like going to the drive-in, but I don't go all the time. Maybe like once a month or every other month. There's a theater that's closer to me that is a luxury theater, so I like to go there. But yeah, I saw Bullet Train last week, and then just yesterday I saw the Woman King. Yeah, drive-through is nice. I like it. And it's super cheap too. It's cheaper than the theater, which it should be because, you know, they're not seating you. I mean, they're providing the movie, but I mean, you're in your car. You're getting your car washed? Dang. You know what? My car's so small that luckily I don't have to take it to get it washed. And then I'm OCD with cleanliness, with like cleaning. So I wash my car myself, and I just, you know, do it in my garage. I have a hose and a bucket. And honestly, I really just need 2 buckets of water. One with just regular water, soap and water, a little bit of soap. And then I use like the microfiber cloths and all that. They can't get what they want. But yeah, I do that myself, and then I vacuum it, and then I have a bunch of car smell goods. I actually enjoy washing my own car because you pay like 20, 30, $40, and then it's like a lot of times they miss stuff. The cup holder still has a ring in it. You're like, dude, I could have did this myself, so I just do it myself. So I got a little car. Dang, we are under house arrest. This really sucks. So there's 24, not chapters, but I guess missions in chapter 14. So there's a lot of story at the very first one. But we found out a lot. So are you done for the day, Ruthless? You get to go home after your car wash, or are you going out? So Punishing Gray Raven is about, it's like a time in the future. We're on Earth with a bunch of humans and stuff, and then like there's this kind of, I guess you could say, like a government entity called Babylonia, but I forgot the exact, there's like some sort of scientific thing that happened that caused this thing called the Punishing Virus. The Punishing Virus has the ability to corrupt machines, as well as it will kill humans. So if you're a machine, it will just corrupt you, or if you're a human, you'll die. So the Punishing Virus is like the worst disease of its time. I mean, there's still other diseases, but the Punishing Virus was just so huge that it pretty much killed a lot of people. And so after this Punishing Virus, Babylonia makes like a, you know, Earth isn't really good anymore because it kind of was destroyed by the Punishing Virus. So Babylonia is like where most humans are, which is on like in space, but the goal is to retake Earth. But then you have these beings called constructs, which are, they were human, they went under a operation, and it takes their consciousness, and they're in a constructed body, which is a construct. And then you have the ascendants, which are constructs that took the virus and they're able to use it and manipulate it, and they ascended with this ascendant network, and they're technically evil. Most of them don't like humans. And then you have the corrupted, which are machines that were corrupted by the virus. So you have the humans, the constructs which work with the humans, the ascendants which were constructs that ascended the network, which they're evil, and then the corrupted which are evil. And then the constructs are controlled by humans, which are which is a commandant, which we play. I'm the commandant of the Grey Ravens, so I'm like the captain of the squad, which is composed of constructs, but I'm the human. I'm able to connect to them via my mind. And that's pretty much the gist of it. Going to get something to eat and then I'll head home. That's what's up. What are you gonna get to eat? You know what? You should try some kiwis. No joke, no cap. But if you have not had a chance to eat golden kiwis, get some, because I have Sam's Club and I've never had a golden kiwi until last year. They are so sweet. So a lot of people don't like kiwis unless they're kiwi strawberry or like in a juice or something, but gold kiwis, so sweet. And they're gold. So get some freaking kiwis. Plus they're full of iron and they're delicious, but get some gold kiwis. Also, there's kiwi berries, which I only tried for my first time earlier in the year. And those, they're so cute and small, but they're like this small and they're a berry and you cut them. It's almost like the size of a grape and it looks like a kiwi on the inside. Love the sci-fi. Good summary. Thank you. I was like, not to get too into it for someone who's never seen it. Get some kiwis in your life, folks. The golden kiwis at Sam's Club. But they are good. I just bought like a bunch more. I love golden kiwis. They are so freaking sweet. And they're delicious. But thank you. See, I have the stamp of approval from Holly because she's one of the OGs on here with her, what, level 100 something? You're past level 100 now. Very well put together. But the whole goal of this game is we are still trying to reclaim Earth. And there are some humans on Earth, but Earth is not in the best condition. So we're constantly fighting and, you know, there's just kind of like a civil unrest between constructs and humans, because constructs were once human. It's pretty much almost like any sci-fi where, like, you know, they take your soul or your consciousness and put it inside of a robot. There's many movies about that. But the thing is that a lot of the commandants which we play, we're like a captain over these. We control them, and a lot of people see them as objects. But they're not. They're people. I mean, their body is no longer there, but their consciousness is inside. That's your soul. That's your inner being is inside of these constructs. And, you know, they can be manipulated. You know, they're controlled. We can connect to them. We can reset them too, like a computer. We can do a factory reset. But at the end of the day, even if we lie to them and we reset them, they're still a person. And out of the darkness, the light will show, right? So out of the dark will come the light, or out of the darkness will come the light, or something like that, however that saying is. But let's say we factory reset Camus multiple times. Eventually he's going to piece together his past, or something will trigger a memory, and they can also be corrupted too. So it's just kind of like a futuristic setting. Like, if we have the ability to do this and put our soul or our consciousness inside of a machine, and then you have to think something owns that machine. So technically the government owns these machines, so their body isn't theirs. I mean, it's technically rented, which I think there's a movie about that too, where repos, where you rent body parts and stuff, and if you don't pay, they'll take it back. You gotta head out. I'll catch you later. Yeah, have a good one. Enjoy your dinner, whatever you get to eat, and drive home safely. You always wonder about that. Hopefully this won't happen in my lifetime, because I could just see this being a big mess. And then imagine if you're a piece of equipment, like if you're a computer, you could be hacked, you know. I wouldn't want that. Similar to Teslas. Like, Teslas are, you know, they got cameras inside, outside the car. You know, it's like if someone hacked all of Tesla, imagine how dangerous that would be. If someone was controlling your car, you can get in an accident. So it just gives a lot to think about. But I still think that we're a bit of ways from this to happen in my lifetime. I don't remember. Have you played Rosetta's interlude? I hate what happened to her. The process of how she became a construct was not fair. No, because I don't have her. Because the interludes are only for characters you own, right? I do not have Rosetta. And you know, I was saying earlier, because you just got in since you got off of work, but I didn't stream for a couple of weeks because I wanted to do chapter 13 offline because you know how long it is. But then I'm still confused on, like, I don't know all of Roland's story. I don't know all of Gabrielle's story. And then Asimov, I would like to know his story. I would like to know the president's story, and then that other guy. I'm back. Hey, what's up, Psyshock? How are you? Welcome, welcome. So regardless, I was doing chapter 13 offline and I was saving 14. So this is my first time playing chapter 14. I have not played with Chrome. I did his interlude and that was it. Like, I have not played with Chrome at all. Dang, I just got here, not back. It's all good. I knew what you meant, but welcome. But chapter 13 was very interesting, and I'm just like confused on why Lee's brother Murray wants to kill Luna. I mean, I can see why he thinks she's a threat because she's an ascendant, and technically she was the one that was connecting to the Ascent network, but still, it just seems like he's kind of up to no good. Murray. You know, Wanchi likes pillows, which is funny. I think, like, I don't know if the construct is, I mean, not the construct, pardon me, the commandant is a male or female. I mean, obviously, we're the commandant, so I would think that, you know, the commandant is a female. But I was just thinking, because Wanchi loves pillows, right? And he likes to sleep, and then he slept with the commandant, like, you know, they cuddled and fell asleep. I'd be like, if he likes pillows, then the commandant has to be a woman, because you think of, like, boobs pillows. I was just thinking that the other day when I gave him a pillow. And then he gives you pillows too. Or no, he doesn't give you pillows, but in the dorm, he'll be like, oh, take this. Roland has a character patch in the future, so we get to see his backstory and get to pull him. Nice to see you're trying to read the story. Yeah, I am. That's why I did 13 offline, because it was just too much. It was going to take too long. So it's like almost like a day shy of 2 weeks since I last streamed PGR. And then I did do JoJo, but that was 12 days ago. And I uploaded a video. So if you guys didn't see that or watch it, give it a thumbs up and watch it. And of course, if you're not a subscriber, like these wonderful people here, subscribe. What are you waiting for? It sound like a salesman. What are you waiting for? Oh my gosh. I have issues. So the president and then the other guy, I want to know their backstories. And Hassan or Hassan, he's like missing an eye. You can tell he's been in some fights. Me, who skipped the whole dang story and paid attention to it, bits and pieces of it. Well, I mean, I'm not, I can't, you know, lie either, because when I first started streaming this, because it's a lot of reading, I skipped a lot of the story in chapters 1 through 4, maybe even 5. So I skipped like almost half, like 1 through 4 or 5. I skipped a lot of it. So I had to go back to, I actually need to go back to read some of those other people's stuff. And it was all for the sake of time, because I was, you know, I was live streaming it at the very beginning last month. So I'm like, it was just all words. And I was like, oh man. And I mean, normally lots of reading makes me sleepy, or that's a good way for me to go to sleep. If I can't go to sleep, I'll just read and I'll be knocked out. But I just wanted to play. I wanted to fight, and there was so much reading. So I missed a lot of the beginning. So I'm guilty too. So I did see some of this in chapter 13, that they were assigned to take samples of the red tide, but then our mission was changed and our priority was to find and locate the gray ravens, because our comms, their comms went down and they couldn't find us. Man, but Gabrielle, dude, like, I want to choke him. He is such a little worm. And then he mentioned something in reading through chapter 13 that he was born a machine. So I know that Roland was human first and then he became a construct, but I didn't realize that Gabrielle was always a machine, because I was like, yeah, like they all look human. Gabrielle just looks like a spider or some sort of insect. Like he looks like a roach or something like that. Grasshopper roach. And he keeps like building more on himself. Like he keeps upgrading his parts. So I really want to know his story, because when he was talking to Roland in chapter 13, when you get all the shards for that part that's called truth or something, he was a machine. He's never been human, but somehow he gained consciousness. He's like, keep talking. Okay. Dang, too bad that Camus has PV, that he's PV positive, because look at those pecs though. Like, Camus is like the most buff guy that I've seen in PGR. Is like him, and then Wanchi a little bit, but the rest of them are just like skinny. Camus got some pecs, but he's PV positive. Sounds like an STD, but he is. He's got the virus. That sucks. Because Camus is handsome. It just sucks. It's like, I can get over the eye. I can overlook the black eye with the orange or purple pupil, but the PV, I can't. He's PV positive. That sucks. Yeah, his story sucked too, like his interlude. And a lot of people, when I streamed that, they said they skipped his because they didn't care. Because a lot of people that play this are guys. They want the waifus. Well, I'm a chick. I want the husbandos. So I don't care about the female stories. I like the guys, but his was so sad because he got lied to. He was taken advantage of, lied to, experimented on, and then discarded like trash once, and was wondering why every time he would go near them, like they would hold their guns and pointing at him, because he was infected with the virus like for so long, and they kept giving them serums, but his whole squad was guinea pigs. And then to find out that his captain was the one that betrayed him, I was like, dude, that sucks, because he was like an orphan or something. So they took him from the streets, brought him in so that he felt a sense of gratitude, and then they just experimented on him like he was a lab rat. I'm like, dude, that sucks. Rip, I'm one of those people. I know, you were one of the ones that said it in the stream. You're like, oh, I just skipped through his interlude. I'm like, don't. He reminds me, because technically he was in the military, right? Like he was in the military, and it's like he just got experimented on, and he was lied and betrayed. I only listened to a few stories. Most of them I skipped. Oh my gosh. So you need to go back and you need to do the interludes. Yeah, Selena's was definitely good. Honestly, I skipped through Selena's friend, whatever her name is with the scythe. I skipped through Isla, however you pronounce her name. I skipped her story. I really did. It was like boring to me. Like the first couple of scenes, I skipped through it. I didn't read it. I don't care about Karenina, but I did read hers. Yeah, Ala. I skipped hers, man. I skipped hers with the quickness. Oh, that might be Lamia. Isn't that the name of the ascendant that can go invisible? You guys are being watched. It's probably Lamia. I did Karenina, Selena, Liv, and Chrome. I did them all, but the ones that I paid attention to was Liv's. I did pay attention to Karenina's, Selena's, Chrome, Wanchi, pretty much all the guys. Or actually, I think I have some that I haven't done because I obtained new characters. Welcome, and today is already the Eden Festival. What's up, Joaquin? How are you? Yeah, that little festival thing has been going on, and I've been voting and stuff. It's cute. I like it. So yeah, I was telling everyone I didn't stream in a couple of weeks because I took a little bit of time off, but mainly I wanted to finish chapter 13 offline. I didn't want to have to stream all that. It was just going to be too much and too long, so I wanted to do that offline and then go back and get a little bit more information on chapter 13. And then now I'm playing 14 for my first time live because I was saving it. I'll save it all my love. I was playing, but just saving chapter 14 for when I'm live. Oh, and Bianca. I think I did Bianca's. I'll have to go back and look to see whose interludes I properly went through and did not skip. What the heck? This little grunt yawn. Yeah, I did Naname's. Nanami, Lucia, Karenina, and Bianca. I think are the only girls that I truly read their story. The rest of them I skipped. Oh, and Liv, of course. The other one I didn't care. Yeah, Bianca for sure. Those things are fat. I need to get him to S rank. He's slow. He's like so slow. How is he slow, but then Camu with a C is fast? I mean, he is S rank and he's an ascendant, but still. Chrome theme song is so good. I'm just like in a crossroads of who to. I mean, I'm trying to level up my people, but I'm trying to get certain ones, and it just seems like, gosh, like what I need to do is just save my resources and not spend them at all until I get a good amount, and then I can upload, or not upload, but upgrade the ones that I want. Because like Wanchi, I need to get the memory for him. Camu, I almost have him to where I will get that 6-star achievement thingy, and then I'll unlock his picture. This one, he's almost S at least, but I need like one more shard. So I'm just like, there's certain people where I'm like, they're so close. It's like you're working on one and then Chrome came out. And then it's like, oh, now you're putting all your resources into S rank Chrome Glory. Break the debris. This one. Creatures that looks like a thing that I'm not gonna say. Camu is slow because he's not strong enough to hold his great sword, but in his second frame, look, he's stronger. Looks like he's stronger, so he's faster. Okay, the one where he kind of has the hood like over his mouth. Why does he have his great sword if he can't use it? The heck? It just broke. Well, that one just broke on its own. There's one over here. I don't have that. Dead? Okay. That one. Okay. Then I'm gonna have to get him. But I think in the gacha he's only A rank, right? So he would be an A rank and I'd have to get him leveled up to S. least resistance. I'm like, he is so slow. That's why I'm like, I'm not putting him on Team Strike Hawk. It's going to be Plume, Chrome, and Wanchi. Because I don't have that other Camu, unfortunately. Let's kill the heteros. Ooh, Wanchi. Wanchi's got a little bit of a booty because of the straps that he has for his gun. It makes it look like he has a foot. Hey, it's like baseball. Batter up. You didn't kill him yet, Wanchi. That's what my hurt though, because those straps right here for the holsters is like really high. I'm like, dude, that's gonna hurt your crotch. But they're all skinny. Camu is like the only guy that's got some. He's got some beefiness. He's pretty built. Let's go help one. You shall not pass. He's got one little piece of gray hair in the front, I noticed. Alright, so this is a story. This isn't a mission. Well, those are the ones we just fought that look like scorpions. My ear hurts. I just randomly, just out of the blue, I was with my best friend a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, let's get our cartilages pierced, because I've been wanting my cartilage pierced for a while, but this one hurts. I'm like, oh, it's a little sore. I gotta be careful. It's not quite a month, so then next month I can take it out and change out my earring, because I'm like, oh, I got some cute little little small dainty earrings to put up there. So it's like right on top. So like, yeah, this one's a little sore. I have some stuff to clean it with, so I'll just be careful. But then sometimes, you know, like your hair might get caught or like this. So I'm like, oh my gosh, this one's been giving me trouble today. It's sore. I gotta be really careful with that one. This one's fine. So I still have, I think, a couple more weeks till I can change out the earring. They're like, don't rotate it, try not to touch it. I mean, you have to touch it a little bit to clean it, but pretty much like, and then yeah, I can't change the earring until a month. But then once I can, it'll be cute. It was funny because we were all dressed up and we had on some pretty dresses, and then we went to this tattoo shop and everyone, you know, they look like biker people, which, you know, there's nothing wrong because I ride a bike too, but you know, they were like fully tattooed, had a bunch of piercings and stuff, and then we looked like we just came from a ball and then we're going into a place like that to get our cartilages pierced. And then the dude that was piercing our ears had his gun, and I was like, you guys are strapped in here? And he's like, yeah man, people come in here and they get crazy. And I was like, yeah, well, that makes sense because this is Vegas and people, you know, you got tourists and all sorts of people that, you know, party and drink all the time, but that's not how Vegas is. Like, you know, people live here, I live here, but we avoid the strip and all that crap that tourists do like the plague. We don't go there unless there's like a show or an event. But he was like, yeah man, because some people just act crazy. I'm like, I guess, but personally, I wouldn't open carry. because it's like, imagine you're piercing someone's ear and stuff, and you're, leaning forward. They can just take that gun real quick. That's why I have my concealed carry. You won't know that I'm packing. I'm like, I'm never gonna have it on my hip where you can see it. It will be in my purse or my backpack or something like that, because it's just, and I also feel like if someone can see that you're carrying, like say I was at Walmart or something like that, and they already had bad intentions, like they planned to rob the place, and then they see you open carrying, they're gonna be like, oh, we gotta take this person out first because they have a weapon. So I'm like, you just make yourself a target when you open carry. I mean, some places are different. We can open carry here. I know Texas, they do all the time, but you can also get concealed carry. So that way people don't know, and it's like, you want to try, and then, find out what happens. But I prefer just to conceal. That is like a type of a government background check that you have to go through. So as long as you don't have a record or anything crazy like that, then you can get it. And I'm pretty sure like a lot of people did that stuff during 9/11 during COVID. Yeah, I got mine during COVID. It seemed like everyone and their mom was getting a gun. I'm like, dude, it's not the zombie apocalypse. I didn't do it because of that. I was just like, you might as well. And it's actually fun. I haven't gone in over a year to like a range, but it's good to go. And it's actually really stress when you go to like a range and stuff. And you're like, oh, look, like I'm getting better. I like to go outdoors though, because it's more fun when you buy like soda cans or pop cans. We'll get like big old 2 liters of soda and have like a stand for them, and then we'll get cans of soda, and it's fun when you do it that way because when you shoot it, and then they explode. So, but I haven't gone in a while, so maybe I'll go in the next couple of weekends. Take my Smith & Wesson out in the desert and pop some soda cans. But I think like any female should know some sort of self-defense and or how to shoot a gun, or both, because it's crazy out there. You need to know how to protect yourself and not depend on anybody else. Camu is always smiling with his little cute self. Wanchi's got a little emo haircut with the hair like all over his face, but he looks like Gintaki from Gintama. Speaking of Gintaki, I'm gonna have to look it up, but I could have sworn there was some sort of anime movie that was like a popular anime that they're making a movie that's coming out again. So I know we had Gintaki, we had the Gintama, the final movie that was out earlier this year. We also had Jujutsu Kaisen was in the movie theaters out here, but I could have sworn that I heard of something. I know it's not on regular like streams. It's actually on Netflix, but it's only available in like Netflix China and Japan and things, so you'd have to use a VPN. Otherwise you can use certain websites. But there is Spy Family or Spy X Family season 2 is coming out October or November. So that's a really cute anime. I love it. It's about a guy that's a spy, and there's a woman that's an assassin, and then he adopts this daughter because he's trying to get his target in this prestigious school, so he adopts her, but he needs a family. Gintama new movie. Yeah, that came out earlier in the year. I could have sworn it was this year. But there's something else that's coming out that I thought I read online that's a pretty popular anime that's a movie, so I'm gonna have to look it up. But yeah, Gintama was good. It wasn't in theaters for long, unfortunately. And when I went to see it in the movie theater, it was half, I'd say semi-half full. There was like, the OG, like the original fans. We were there. We enjoyed the movie. We were laughing. It was so much fun. And then I think Jujutsu Kaisen is a bit more popular. Not a lot of people know about or have seen Gintama. I mean, there's a good amount, but yeah, the theater wasn't that full. But that was fine. It's perfect because I don't like it when theaters are packed anyway. Camus is so mean to Camus, and then Camus is always like, "Oh, hey, how are you doing? Are you okay?" I'm like, "Aw." Definitely didn't just miss half the stream by letting my Chromebook die. You have a Chromebook? Oh my gosh. Of all the operating systems you could have, you have a Chromebook? What kind of crap? I don't know anyone personally that has a Chromebook now, but you, I'm like, who has a Chromebook? What the heck? Get Windows or get Mac or freaking Linux if you're in security like me. Anything but a Chromebook. Oh my. I'm like, oh my. That is so funny. Why, Amira? Why would you choose a Chromebook? Fail. I will build you a computer that is not Chrome. I bet Chrome doesn't even have a Chromebook. Stop hating. Chromebook is like one of the worst operating systems. Well, I wouldn't say the worst, but ultimately it's user preference. So, you know, if that's your choice, then good for you. Yeah, that sucks that we are on house arrest here. We're being monitored and we're tired. It's like, dude, like, let us live. Like, so are we, when we sleep, there's cameras too? Like, bro. Like, after everything we went through in chapter 13, they have the audacity to sit there and monitor us. I'd be like, you can take this monitor and shove it up your, you know what. Because he was like talking to us in the room. We were all tired. We got bags under our eyes. I'd be like, y'all, I'm like, we're about to fight. They'd be like, dang, some guards dropped dead. All right, that's a lot of information, but I know that's pretty much we're trying to find some sort of proof or something that will help prove our innocence. His name is Chrome, I know, but Chrome doesn't have a Chromebook. Chrome looks like he's a Mac person. Because he's a Smith, he looks like he's an Apple person. And Camus looks like he's a Windows user. Excuse me. Oops, that was loud. It's only been an hour and 30 minutes, which is perfect, so hopefully we can get through chapter 14, and then I still have to do his other little mission thing. He looks like he uses Nokia. Dang. Nah, he's an Apple guy for sure. Wanchi is the lazy one, so Wanchi seems like he would be Android for sure. Camus would be Android, and Chrome is Apple. Because of the privacy. But he could be Android. I mean, he has his private channel. I mean, you can do more with Android, obviously, as far as customization, and you can jailbreaking and things like that. Apple is more proprietary, so. But that's also why I feel like Chrome would be an Apple person, because it's proprietary and he's private. But I don't know, they could all be Android people. That was probably Lamia or whatever that ascendant's name is that can go invisible. They kept calling her a mermaid. Is she like a mermaid? Is she like half fish? Because they're saying that in chapter 13, Lee was calling her a mermaid. But I can't see her whole body. Is it okay to leave a dog in a hot car? Well, no. Just bring it with you. Like out here, it gets like 100 something degrees. So that's kind of, if you leave a child or a person, like at least have the AC on or something. They saw footprints and they said that they could feel someone was there. So I think it's that Lamia girl. Red liquid. Oh, so I need to catch up on the, what is it? Well, there's She-Hulk, and then there's Lord of the Rings. So Lord of the Rings is it every Thursday or Friday? She-Hulk is a new episode is every Thursday, and I think Lord of the Rings is every Friday. Have you guys been watching that? The Lord of the Rings show on Amazon? I know there's been a lot of backlash on She-Hulk. I'm like, just leave it be. Like, she's an attorney, and it's funny that the people that were talking crap about it, it's like you're proving her point because she's pretty, you know, like pro-feminist, being from where she came from. I don't know what that is, Gregors. But if Lamia's half mermaid, she wouldn't have leaf. Yeah, it's just, you know, remember in chapter 13, Hallie, like when they captured her and tied her up, Lee kept referring to her as a mermaid. That's all. Like, why? I mean, was it? I don't know why they said that. And I was like, I don't think she is. But I can't see her full body. But she didn't look like a mermaid to me. I just was wondering why Lee kept calling her that. Camus is always giving him a look of disgust. It's like he breathes, he's like disgusted. But that's funny because Camus came from Camus, so it's like you're hating a part of yourself. If you hate Camus, then you hate yourself. So I'm not sure about that. Maybe he was just kind of, Lee was making fun of her. They didn't bother Birdman when he was an attorney. Exactly. I think, and it's funny because these people, this is like, that's what I'm saying, like people in this generation, I hate to say it, but they're just stupid. They're ignorant. Everything has to be an issue. There's all these different labels, like, oh, I identify as a freaking piece of chocolate. Like, you know, it's like everything is so like fragile and crazy, and I'm like, oh my gosh. But anyway, they like, you know, Hulk is fine, but then She-Hulk, they just keep talking so much crap about her, about the show, and it's like that's the whole point. She's proving the point in the show too. She's like, she didn't choose it, and then people are like treating her like crap. And I'm like, all right. But I'm like, you know, there was WandaVision, and the Black Widow. I don't think there was a lot of backlash with those. So it's like, why are people choosing to hate on She-Hulk? I think it's interesting. I like the majority of the Marvel things. Not every single one, but I like the majority of them, and I really don't see an issue with why people are talking so much crap about it. There's a lot of reading in this one. Alright. Finally, it's like, let's go. Oh, shoot. They're still going. See, Camus is buff. He's like the only guy that I've seen so far out of characters that I have that's buff. The rest of them are just skinny. They're lean. It's funny because Camus in this one, the great sword is too heavy for him. So I actually think Camus, the one that's in green and black, would be good with like a scythe. But then Chrome has a scythe. So I don't know what green and black Camu would be good with, other than the great sword. He grabs into a floating fish. He does not like taking direction. Interesting. It's interesting how the red tide is like producing all of these organisms, and then it seems like Gabrielle is super obsessed with this, and he was very faithful to Luna, but then started to suspect that the Ascent Network was rejecting her, and then he did betray her in chapter 13. But it's like all his faith is in these hetero creatures and the red tide, really the hetero creatures. Fish, oh my gosh. A hetero creature. Who the heck is this? Dang, you didn't have to swing. He's like, let me swing first and ask questions later. Like, just be like, oh, we didn't know this was your greenhouse. Stop trying to hit the girl. Yeah, talk first. And then, like, get information first, man. He really is kind of a dummy. The agent to Luna. Cinderlick, like Cinderella. Oh, is she like a trainer of Gabrielle? Oh yeah, she has to be Der Meister's Gabrielle. I knew it, because he's like obsessed with those hetero creatures. Hmm. So she's very unique and different, which is nice. But like, who is she? She's mysterious is what I meant. She's unique and mysterious. Meister. Interesting. To inspect it. Oh wow. This reminds me of the Red Queen from Resident Evil. You're all going to die down here. What the heck? I had to do that with my powers. Oh wow. Jumped out of the Oh.
らせましょう。この結果はいかがでしょうか。フォローをお願いします。全力を出しましょう。
She reminds me of, what is it, Eve? The one from Batman that controls plants and stuff.
約束通り勝利しました。
Is he throwing up the peace sign? He's doing deuces. All right, Chrome. So 9 out of 24. Alrighty. Oh, Gabrielle. We can't stand him. Gabriel. He has the nerve to call somebody scum. He just likes power, and then that's sad because yeah, he betrayed Luna because she started to be rejected by the Ascension Network. Who's this Dermeister? Yep, so he's like, he doesn't care for Luna at all. He's all into this Dermeister dude. It's like he's calling everyone a traitor, but he's the one that betrayed everybody. The pot calling the kettle black. Oh, we got all these agents. He has a cane? Yeah, he's just a fanboy to this Dermeister guy. Okay, so he saved him from the brink of death, blah, blah, blah. You're just a fanboy. We gotta fight him. I can't stand Gabrielle. Gabrielle. Oh, well, he just destroyed that girl's greenhouse. Wasn't us. Looks like Gabrielle got an upgrade from this person. Oh, wow. Just throw Wanshi like a ball. So cute. So yeah, he does have those raggedy, tattered wings. We can't really fly in here. He has a cane. He always takes his cloak off, and then underneath this cloak is like a skinny little skeleton. Oh, it's a she. Oh, he's so ugly. Cause he was never human to begin with. I was gonna say if he was human, then he is far gone. As many times as he takes off his cloak to show his true ugly form, he looks like a skeleton. How does he have a cloak? It's like tattered. He looks so weird. Yeah, it does seem like a trap. What do you say, Captain? So maybe Mother is Der Meister, I assume. So tomorrow I'm definitely gonna stream too. So I'm like, oh, it's almost 6. I'm like getting hungry, but it's only been 1 hour and 55 minutes, so it'll probably just be like a 2 hour and 30-minute stream. I didn't realize the story would be a lot of reading. I mean, I know there's reading, but I was hoping it'd be some fighting too. But I mean, it makes sense considering all of what happened in chapter 13. So probably another hour or so, and then I'll have to finish 14 tomorrow after work. I wouldn't trust Gabriel or Gabrielle. Oh, he's so funky.
勝つ
So now we're freaking playing tag here. Oh my gosh, all these cannons? What? We got all these guns. I think with each patch, the stories are long like this. Things are rolling now and more character focused, hopefully. That's true. You cannot dodge in this stage. Break through using the collaboration of Strike Hawk members. Yep.
出撃俺は負けねえ見つける者が勝つ出撃俺は負けねえ出撃戦闘なら俺に任せてくれ
Oh Lord.
なんともないさ
I went back. Oh snap. That's rough.
出撃
He's almost dead. I'm sorry.
ああ、さっさと解
It'd be
決
nice
し
if
な
he
い
could
といけ
heal
ない。
him.
進み続ける者が勝つ
Sheesh.
ああ、さっさと解決しないといけないね。
Oh my gosh. It's on fire.
ああ今回は眠るつもりはないよ。
Run, fool, run.
続ける者が勝つ出撃戦闘なら俺に任せてくれ進み続ける者が勝つ
ああ、さ
出撃やばもうダメみたい
ああ、さっさと解決しないといけないね。
出撃
He's like almost dead. He is almost dead, bro. I'm just.
進み続ける者が
Oh
勝
gosh.
ああ、さっさと解決しな
I'm
い
just
とい
gonna
け
have
な
to
い
use
ね。
him and let him get
今回
shot
は
once
眠るつもり
because
はないよ。
what's his name is almost dead.
出撃戦闘なら俺に任せてくれ
There we go. No.
なんともないさこれって
Oh my gosh.
負けたってことかフォロー全員警戒をすぐに立て直しましょう
Reboot it one time.
ああ、さっさと解決。早めに寝れば。
私のせいです
Yeah, this is rough.
出撃
Oh, now he's back. I was like, I couldn't switch to him. Rebooted 2 times. The wolf rushes into the lion's jaws.
俺戦闘なら俺に任せてくれお前ら全て粉々にしてやるぜ俺は負けねえ進み続ける者が勝つ
Alright.
ああ、さっさと解決しないといけないね。
Oh, his health is so low.
ああ、疲れた。
Probably do one more and then I'll have to eat because I am hungry. I was trying to stream at 3 and then like, you know, it sucks because I work in information security, but and you don't want people to not update their devices, but it seems like every time you update, especially on computers, when it comes to like streaming software, OBS kept shutting down. So I had already did a test and everything was fine and I was going live and then it would shut off, it would close OBS. And then I did it again and then OBS would close and it wasn't like that until I updated it. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So it took a while just to troubleshoot that and make sure that it ran because obviously if OBS closes, then it ends the stream. I've already really liked Camus Counter, but yeah, he is very slow. Yeah, he's slow like molasses. Speaking of slow like molasses, well, really not slow, but I was teaching my parrot a trick. I bought him a couple of toys. So his birthday was July, and I didn't really get him anything. But you know, he talks and he says a few words. I think he says a total of 5 or 6 words. And he has a little raspy voice, and he is a Blue Crown conure. If you've ever seen the movie Polly that came out in the 90s, the little girl, the Pepsi girl with the dimple, that's what he is. So I bought him a toy, one of which is a toy that teaches them to talk. Even though he can already talk, I kind of want him to say a few more words. And with them, they're kind of like children, it's repetition. So when you keep repeating the same words, they will say it. So I want him to say treat please, and I want him to say I love you. So in the toy, I recorded treat please and then I love you. And since I say treat please, it's a little toy that has a speaker, and then underneath the speaker is a bell. And I taught him within 4.5 minutes to ring the bell in order to get a treat. But so the toy only activates when you move it. So he has to physically ring the bell, and then it will say treat please, I love you, and then he gets a treat. So it took 4.5 minutes, and he understood it. And so anytime he'll ring the bell, I will give him a treat. So we did that multiple times, and I recorded it. It's so cute. And then I showed my fiance when he got home. I showed him. I was like, look, Melon knows how to ring a bell to get a treat. So I thought that was really cute. He really was like, where's my treat? Like, he's like, okay, I rang the bell. It says treat, please. Give me my treat. He's too cute. I was like, aw. But it's funny because he's not really spamming it, though. I thought he would maybe just keep ringing it over and over so that he gets a bunch of treats. And I'm not going to sit here and give him treats all day. But he did it a few times. He did it on command. And I think he did it one more time after. And I did give him a treat. And then after that, I walked away and he went up to the top of his perch. So it'll be interesting to see going forward if he really means that he wants a treat, because he knows now if he rings that bell that he'll get it. So it'll be interesting if I'm downstairs, like when I eat dinner, if I hear that little bell go off and then it says treat please, I love you, then that means he wants a treat and that he's not actually playing with it and that he truly wants a treat. Because I know that parrots are very smart, and it's proven that they understand shapes and colors and sound, and they understand logic. They can understand ABCs. Like, they're actually really smart. The African gray is one of the smartest parrots that is able to understand shapes and colors and sounds and ABCs and letters and numbers. I'm like, wow, they are very, very smart. But he's really, really smart too. He's cute. He's like a little medium-sized bird. But yep, he is so spoiled. He has all these toys and he has this big old perch. He's out all day, and I put him in a cage at nighttime. And then recently he's been flying upstairs to us. So he's downstairs, and then just recently he started flying in our rooms. So when I came home yesterday from the movies, I went downstairs and he was not at his perch. So I was like, okay. And then I came into my office and he was in my office, but he pooped on my laptop. So I was like, great, so I had to clean that. But then at nighttime, he's just putting himself to sleep. He just started doing this 2 weeks ago. So we'll turn off the lights and we'll say night night, and then we'll go upstairs, and then all of a sudden he'll just go past us into the room that has his cage, and he'll just put himself to sleep. We're like, okay, guess you wanted to go in your cage to go to sleep. But he just started doing that. Normally he'll just sleep downstairs on his perch, but recently he's just like, I want to be in my cage just at night. So we're like, okay. But we have to be careful with him flying upstairs, because if we're not in our rooms, then he'll be in our room and then, you know, he'll poop. So we're like, we don't want poop on like our floor or our computer. So we have to close all the rooms. We just leave the door open to the guest room that has his cage, so that if he wants to go in his cage, he can go in his cage. But yeah, he is spoiled and he's smart, and I teach him tricks. He knows how to shake and turn. And I taught him to play basketball, but I only did it once, and I really need to teach him to fetch first, and then I can reteach him basketball, because I have a little basketball hoop that's like this big and that he puts the balls into. But it's better to teach him to fetch first, so that he can get the ball and retrieve, just like how you teach dogs. So I need him to pick the ball up and put it in my hand. So I'm gonna retrain him on that. Go back, teach him how to pick the ball up, put it in my hand, and then from there I will teach him how to play basketball. because I taught him just to put the ball in the basket, but he was getting frustrated and he was just flinging it in the basket. So I want him to fetch or retrieve. And then after that, I think there's one other trick that I see a lot of parrot owners do that I actually think is cute, is where they'll say like stick it up or something, like they're pointing a gun at them and they'll like lift their wings. I want to teach him that. And then that's it. And I think he's good because he's pretty well rounded. Because he knows how to talk, he knows a few tricks. So I guess basketball and then the wing thing. It would be nice to teach him to roll, but not every bird does that. And I know certain species are better at rolling, like kikes. Kikes are really good, they already roll, so I don't think that he will roll, but if I could teach him to, that would be great. Because he doesn't really like being on the ground. He likes being on your shoulder or elevated. All right, let's get to this. Oh, and then I also need to teach, we're trying to get him to fly to us directly on our fingers, but he won't. He'll just fly whenever. So we want him to fly on demand. Bro. Damn. My dude. Captain, your frame. Oh snap, our frame is messed up. Those are some big boys. So I forgot we're not using the new frame because we are experiencing some sort of like mind deviation or corruption. So we're back in our original frame for Chrome. Oh, it looks like we're almost done. 15 out of 24. It's just these stories are so long. That's what's taking up, because I'm like, oh, if we can get to the fighting, that'd be great. The actual story portion like this, where it's just a bunch of reading, is taking forever. He said to hell with that. Are you out of your MIND? If I don't have to work. Wow, really? Interesting. Babylonia, is that us, the Grey Ravens? Oh, is it that guy? I've seen him in the menu. Well, somewhere in the game. They're almost as strong. Who is this guy? Because it just has a question mark. Mr. Von Gut? Von Gut? Von A Gut? How the heck do you pronounce that? Von Gut. A writer? Oh. Interesting. Dang, there's all these ascendants. He's got gold earrings and this mask. So this Ascent network is almost like an AI, it seems, because it's like picking the agents. Interesting. Yeah, a lot of them don't like humans, and I mean, rightfully so, because a lot of these humans lie to them, use them, kill them just to get what they want, and then the or not the ascendants, but a lot of those commandants use their team, just like Alpha's original commandant, and then they were just going to go on and get promoted. Like they said, they use them up. Once they're useful, they and then once they're no longer useful, they discard them like they're trash. So yeah, I would feel a certain way if I was a freaking construct and my commandant did this to me. Because people are greedy. But not every single person is bad, so it just sucks because the bads outweighs the few that are, you know, honest people, like the commandant that we are playing. I'd be like, let me see what's under that mask, bro. Do you have a mouth or no? looking at his waist. Is he like OCD because his buckle is loose? Oh my gosh. He's like, why does that matter? And Wanchi's like, I refuse. Yeah, everyone was once human though, except Gabrielle. Yep, this will come at a cost to everyone else. But who has the right to decide? No one. Oops, I kind of skipped that one on accident. Yeah, the stories are just so long. The fighting is so short and the stories are very long. But as Holly said, I believe these newer ones, they're just going to be long like this too. So this will probably be the last one so that I can go eat. Being as how long these stories are. And then tomorrow I'll just finish this. Tomorrow will probably be later, like 6:30, because I'll be getting off later at 4, and then I have to come home and freaking make sure that everything works. And then go live, so probably 6:30. Gosh. What the heck is going on here? But that's kind of how a lot of the humans see them, as tools. They're supposed to last a person almost month, since each patch runs around that much, but it's hard on content creators. Yeah, I can see that. And then there's still that other little part with Chrome that I saw that I haven't done yet either, because I wanted to stream that as well. But I did already play his interlude. As regular players, we can go through the story whenever. Yep, that's true. Yeah, the interlude for Chrome. The new one, not the old one, but for this Chrome Glory. And it's all a part of his, this new update. So is he being hacked by that guy? I was like, what the heck? Because he was talking to the dude with the mask, and then all of a sudden he's having all these memories, but it's like some voice telling him he failed and trying to increase mind deviation, it looks like. Dang, he's being choked out. Yeah, what the heck just happened here? Hmm. So I assume you finished the 14, right? I was going to say most people should, because wasn't the update 2 weeks ago? I've just been saving it because, like I said, I wanted to finish chapter 13 offline. So yeah, it's been about 2 weeks. Gosh, so rude. Oh, they're all like stuck in some memories that they had of the past. Koya was that person in his interlude that died. That was his friend that got pretty much swallowed up by those corrupted, got torn apart. How dare Von Nugget do that to Camus? I know. So rude. Like I said before in previous streams, Camus reminds me of Naruto, where he's just carefree. I mean, he's resolute to some things, but he's always smiling. He's a little slow as far as, you know, charging in head first and not necessarily always thinking and being tactical, but he means well, and he just wants what's best for everyone. And plus he's got the blonde hair too. Camus ever shares his pain. Yeah, Camus is nice, but he's always like trying to charge in and fight too, and then Chrome's like, dude, wait. Camus and Chrome. Or Camus. Oh, look at them running like this. Hetero creatures. Look at how he turns all slow. What the heck? That was funny. Those things look like something, which I'm not gonna say, but when they're in the ground like that, they don't look like when they get their legs. still back there, bro? Come on, Kimu. Let's go. Or do we need to go up here? Oh, we can't go up the stairs. Alright, my bad. My bad. Let's go. Man, forget that one, Campbell. We gotta go, dude. It's like fighting everything. Come on. We gotta go. What's the punishment? Let's go. Oh my, his ass is staying behind. Look, there's like red corruption. How are we supposed to go up? We are going down. Thanks, Camus. Thanks for those spikes, bro. His berserk. Let's go. Man, Camus is hot. Too bad he's PV positive. Let's go. Where are you at? Come on, fool. Oh, yeah, corruption is 98. Oh, dang, he's gonna go defeat the hetero creatures while we go up the ladder and escape. No Camus left behind. It doesn't seem like we have that much left, but I am like starving, so I mean there's 18 levels on chapter 14 or 24, and this is now 18, so we still have a little bit to go. So 75% complete. So I will finish this tomorrow, and then in addition to this, I also need to do the Trailblazer beacon. I haven't done any of this because I wanted to do this all live after I had finished chapter 13. So finish chapter 14 tomorrow, and then I also have this stuff. Like I said, haven't touched it. The Eden Festival stuff is nice. So yeah, chapter 13, I finished. I mean, actually, there's still a couple. I'd say maybe one in each that's not quite 100%. So offline, I've been going back and doing all of this, but I just wanted to finish the majority of it, live. But yeah, that is it. Thank you all so much for joining me. I know it's almost been 2 weeks, but I am back now that I finished chapter 13. So tomorrow we'll finish chapter 14 and do that one thing that's his. And then after that, I'll just continue to stream this in addition to other games, because I do want to play other games. Definitely in October, I will be playing some scary games because, October, Harvest, Halloween. So I will definitely be putting PGR in rotation, but I don't want to just be known for only streaming PGR because I was streaming other stuff before this. But I do love this game though. I just want to play other games. So looks like I have some stuff. And before I go, I will show you all my little dorm because I got another one. But I was farming the heck out of that before I went live too. Just doing like some of those missions that I get all of this. Yeah, so we're almost done. Sheesh. Good night. That was a lot. So I have the cold-blooded room. That one's new, so that's this new one here. So I'll go back in, and so I have Liv and Chrome, Glory, and of course Lucia Plume. Now for this one, I'm almost have this freaking, where is it up? Because I think I mentioned, but I will mention it if anyone's new in here. When I first, I'm still new to the game. I just started playing it last month, but when I first started doing dorms, I messed up and I didn't realize that you want each room to be a certain theme. So like, comfort, beauty, utility. So I built like 2 or 3 rooms, and I was putting like the minimum and I wasn't putting max, so I missed out on these. So now going forward, the rooms I've been building, I'm trying to get to this. So this one, max utility of, or have a room reach 6,500. That will be this one. You can see it's at 6,353. So honestly, just to get there, it looks tacky with all these chairs, but you have to keep putting multiple of something. So once I get that, I'm gonna take all these damn chairs out and recycle them and get my tools back, my cogs or whatever. So I think I'll probably just need another half of a row of chairs, and this will get to 65, and then that'll complete it. Then I will recycle these chairs, and then the next one is the smash pad. This one is focusing on beauty, so I will just need to put, I saw someone online put just a bunch of toilets, so I will just keep building a bunch of toilets somewhere in the middle just to get it to 6,500, and then so that will satisfy the utility and then the beauty, and then this one will be the comfort one. And once I finish this, I will probably add just a bunch of chairs just to get it to 65. So yeah, that is it. So I've been farming those and doing these missions earlier. I needed to craft 30, and then as you keep doing these, it goes up. So first it was 10 walls, then 20, then 30, then now it's 50. So now I have to craft 50 walls, 30 ceiling, 70 or 100 large, 200 small, 150. So as you keep getting these, the number keeps going higher and higher. So yep, but that is it. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe if you're not, and give a thumbs up. I'll see you all tomorrow evening to finish chapter 14 and finish playing Chrome's story. You guys be safe.